Time to clear out some of the rest of the scanning places. And then it will be Tali's turn. So, I think we said we had 4 places left that weren't 100%, right? You're all 100%. What about you? 100%, 100%, 100. Here we go. 29%. We're getting there. We are getting there slowly but surely. Disable blood pack relay. I guess that's something that we can leave for the final squad mate stuff. It does seem so weird to me, like that's how it works, that you get a final squad mate that has a whole bunch of dialogue that if you don't have any missions, side missions left to do, you just can't access it. Like, why? Just make it so that if you can go to the, if you jump to the Citadel and then jump back to the ship, then that triggers the next one or whatever. Farthest from the dim red dwarf on Deste, the ice dwarf Mysuth has attracted no... Why am I reading this? This is obviously nothing. And it's only good. Any EZO? No. Zesmeni. Nothing there. It is rich though.
Probe launched.
Wow, it was rich for all of one probe, and then it went to good. Okay, that's a first. I don't think that's ever happened before. Acaria. Nothing much in the description.
Launching probe. Probe away.
Come on. Man, I wish rich planets were just like, they actually had more points to scan. I spend so much time on rich planets actually looking for anywhere worth scanning. Oh, that's a fucking worth scanning one. Jesus.
Probe launched. Launching probe. Probe away. Probe away.
Probe away.
Probe away.
Nice. 100%. Very good, very good. Do. Bit of a bigger one. Jonton. Nothing of interest there. Only good. Any EZO? No. Utanta, even. Remarkably close to Earth. Orbital distance is similar while slightly larger. Its reduced density yields similar mass, atmospheric pressure, and gravity. There the similarities end, for Lusan is a hot class F star, emitting over 8 times the energy of Sol. Utanta is a parched wasteland, its water long since boiled away into its nitrogen carbon dioxide atmosphere. Huh. Crews remain in underground bunkers. Right. Tis rich though. Oh my fucking god.
Launching probe.
Fuck me.
Probe away.
Do.
Probe launched.
We should just take all of our extra shit that we've mined and go sell it. I feel like we'd make a tidy sum if we sold everything we've mined.
Launching probe.
I imagine not many people have the ability to mine this stuff. Although I suppose anyone who does
Probe away.
need it Probably is one of the few that can. Dorai. Ezo. Nope. Okay, this has a mission on it.
Anomaly detected.
Broadly Earth-like with a fatal flaw, it has a relatively high amount of chlorine in its atmosphere, the reason for the greenish haze that becomes apparent when looking at the horizon. Chlorine has become a vital component in Terran's plant life. As a defense mechanism against native herbivores, many species evolved the ability to release clouds of toxic chlorine when disturbed. This gas is heavier than the atmospheric oxygen and tends to settle in low places. When avoidable, this has placed Tareth near the bottom of the lists. While avoidable, this has placed Tareth near the bottom of the lists for colonization. There are intermittent signals originating in the heart of the large chlorine swamp. They appear to be coded, though it is not impossible that they are garbled distress signals from a downed civilian ship.
Launching probe.
Sounds like a Krogan.
Something on our sensors.
Preliminary scans indicate a high-powered communications relay on the planet. Communications match known Bloodpack mercenary protocols. A concentration of Krogan and Vorcha signals are massed inside what appears to be a mining operation. Life signs detected. Unknown species. Advise caution. Right, we will leave that until... Oh shit, it's an exoplanet.
Launching probe.
Leave that until we have the final squad mate. Trying to get the max amount of ESO I can.
Probe launched.
Oh!
Probe launched.
Love me some ESO. Oh my goodness.
Probe away.
I never want to drop below 100k, and I don't know if I'm going to have any more biotic upgrades or whatever to get. Okay. We good. We good. One more in this joint. Zetic. Hello. Zetic is best known for the infamous Calthor camp. Established on the ice moon of Gessis, Calthor was a Blue Sun's hostile environment training facility run by a cadre? Don't know how you pronounce that, never heard of that word before, of former Batarian Special Intervention Unit operators. In 2168, a cluster-wide scandal broke out when it was revealed that the mortality rate of recruits sent to the camp might be as high as 18%. Investigation by Athsari authorities based on Ilium uncovered group graves around the facility, containing the remains of several hundred recruits dating back 2 decades. The camp was immediately closed and the remains sent back to their worlds of origin. An inquest by the Blue Suns found the Batarian commandos had used harsh training methods, but these were consistent with their own training to join the SIU. The Batarians were exonerated, although Calthor was shut down, and they were reassigned to other units. As the Crescent Nebula is beyond the sphere of Council law, no civil charges could be filed against the Blue Suns. Jesus. Jesus. No ESO. Nah. Cool, that's that one done. Do we have enough fuel to get to the bottom place? How much have we got? We got 932. Do we reckon 932 is enough to get to Zelene and back up to Tassale? To sail? 900, 800. Yeah, yeah, it is. It's
Fuel at
fine.
1/2 capacity.
Galon. Surrounded by an extensive ring system, the inner rings are composed of pulverized nano-manufactured carbon materials, thought to be the remains of an Artheni helium-3 mining infrastructure. Okay. Yeah, no, nothing really. Not in really there. EFO. Atmosphere is 41% carbon dioxide at sea level. This level is 4 to 6 times the necessary to render most species unconscious in a few minutes. Wow. Wow.
Probe away. Probe launched. Probe launched. Launching probe. Probe away.
Oh!
Probe launched.
Fat stacks. The fattest of stacks.
Probe away. I have detected an anomaly.
Oh! Halim is a post-garden world that once enjoyed an Earth-like oxygen, nitrogen atmosphere. It's still blessed with plentiful water, but a generally cold climate and extreme seasonal shifts, courtesy... Oh, I was reading that. I thought it was going on to something else. It is blessed with plentiful water, but a generally cold climate, and extreme seasonal shifts, courtesy of a 38-degree axial tilt. Right, that's better. Halim is thought to be the homeworld of the Arthen, a spacefaring species which disappeared approximately 300,000 years ago. Damn, I wonder why they disappeared. I wonder if it was the Reapers. Precisely what happened to Halim is still under debate. It appears a global extinction occurred, wiping out all native animal life forms more complex than zooplankton. Plant forms were not affected, but the lack of oxygen-breathing life caused oxygenation of the atmosphere. Plant life was reduced after lightning storms ignited global wildfires. The leading theory is an out-of-control biological weapon. For this reason, landing is strictly prohibited. The corporations of Ilium have in place a network of quarantine satellites to dissuade would-be looters from landing in the crumbling cities. So, that's wrong, right? That's just a theory, but we know it's the Reapers. I mean, it fits if they're coming every 50,000 years. Obviously, that's 6 lots of 50,000 years ago, so that would make sense as the reason that they vanished.
Detective warning. All units report to ready stations for possible anti-invasion protocol. Repeat. Unidentified ship detected in orbit. All units report to ready stations for possible anti-invasion protocol. Detected...
Sounds like a Solarian?
Scans have found something.
Mercenary activity detected inside a mining facility. Eldfell Ashland, Eclipse confirmed, distress beacon, sensors detect multiple spacefaring vessel launches from facility. Was there any ESO here? Oh, there was!
Launching probe. Probe
Wait.
away.
I don't need to get this on a moderate planet, I'm just looking for the ESO.
Probe launched.
Come out to me, ESO. No. I'm done. And last but not least, we have Nepima. The Asari surveyor Veralis landed on Nepima in 1684 to study the local ecology. Unbeknownst to the crew, a handful of native chlorine-fixing microbes passed through biohazard screening and entered the ship. The Veralis returned to the port of Nosparnalo on Ilium, where the Nepiman microbes escaped into a temperate environment with plentiful unused chlorine. The microbes devoured the chlorides in the earth as metabolic byproducts. They produced toxic polychlorinated biphenyls. So many words! By the time the infestation was contained, an area of nearly 30 square kilometers had been effectively turned into a toxic waste dump. Nos Parnello had to be abandoned, accelerating the development of Nos Astra. RIP. Feels bad to be the guy that fucked that up.
Launching probe. Probe launched.
This was the iridium-rich planet, right? It certainly seems like it. Certainly getting iridium-y vibes.
Probe away. Probe launched.
Alright, well, I'm sure there's still a lot more iridium there, but it's not like we need it. How many side quests do we have available now? Blue Sun's base, Blood Plaque Communications Relay, Captured Mining Facility. I really would like to do one in this part, because we've never had a scanning part that doesn't have any mission in it at all. Like, I do want to have side missions in it as well to spice it up so it's not all scanning, but I can't risk not ending up having enough side missions for the final squad member, because I obviously am going to want to see their dialogue and stuff, so if I get 2 more then I can do it, because I think 4 is the magic number, but currently we only have 3, so it is what it is, unfortunately. Well, that was one of the 4 remaining whatchamacallit, systems. We'll do 1 more now, then Tali's mission, then the 2 remaining systems, and then the point of no return. Okay, this is Tali's joint, so I guess it makes sense to go here now. Seeing as we'll be doing that next. Okay, there is... Oh. Binary star system. Love that. Have we ever seen that before? I feel like we've never been to a system that has 2 suns before. Very cool. Right, let's go do these other 2 joints. Paz. Oh, all of 1 planet here. Garvug. In 354 CE, Garvug was considered a bargain world, given to the Krogan to placate them because no one else wanted to live on such a frozen rock. Technically a life-bearing world, Garvug had a small farm belt around its equator and well-insulated marine life in its seas. By the turn of the century, the Krogan had completely adapted, breeding hundreds of younglings per family in vast underground bunkers. By the turn of the next century... Wait, when was this? Oh, 354 CE. So, yeah, I guess that was before the Genophage. I was like, hang on, how are they breeding hundreds of younglings if it was after? But no, it was before. By the turn of the next century, Garvug's narrow strips of coral reef had been destroyed by overfishing and pollutants, and excess Krogan took to the stars to find another planet to consume. Garvug was treated as an object lesson by the Citadel Council. The Krogan could not be trusted to check their own numbers. Today, Garvug is a frozen wasteland, home to corporate eco-engineering efforts trying to implement sustainable agri- and aquacultural practices. Krogan and Vorcha packs are a constant threat, and the corporations pay mercenaries well to keep their operations safe. It's like, they can't be trusted to check their own numbers. It's like, they are literally a very new species to spacefaring, right? Like, this is all new to them. They obviously kept their numbers in check when they were just on Tachanka before they were uplifted, because if they, like, there just wouldn't have been room for them to continue, like, expanding. And I don't know, like, the Krogans were presumably around for a long time before they were uplifted into, you know, technology and everything else. So clearly they can keep their numbers in check. They just need a reason to. So, yeah, I don't agree with that, but everyone knows that already. Wait, did I scan that? I don't think I scanned it, did I? No, he's out. It's also just not their call to make. Man, there's fuck all in this system. 1 planet in the previous one, 2 planets in this one, and 0 planets in Tali's one. Dumar. 51 moons, not much. Moderate, any ESO. Nah. Elohi. Elohi will be the site of a rare astronomical event later this year. The comet Asaro will come in on its orbit of 70 galactic standard years and travel so close to the giant that it is predicted to be captured as a moon. Huh. Dozens of space probes from around the galaxy have been launched to the Raheel system to record this moment. Elohi is within the frost line of its parent star, where gas giants... Oh, we've heard that. A statistically significant number of distress signals have come from the 1 million kilometer mark around Elohi. Pirates are believed to be working in the area. In-person tourism not advised. Got any EZO? No. Wait, we're only at 40%. So there's another 3 planets here to find? There's one. Israfil. Shadow of Israfil. Largest of the EZO trio, Israfil is a silicate-heavy carbonaceous asteroid. It is home to approximately 40 species of microorganisms in its liquid water and was blamed as the source of the prison-based biowarfare agent EHE, used by the terrorist group Totenkopf in their attack on Gagarin Station in 2184. While many in the scientific community protested that Israfil did not have sufficient atmosphere or evolutionary history to sustain life at the prison level, the asteroid and its EZO miners, hey, there's EZO here, were nevertheless quarantined to reassure the public that the system's alliance was taking action. Though no evidence has yet been found the EHE originated from Israfil or was even synthesized in a local lab, the SSV Manila and a team of epidemiologists, fuck me, some words today, maintained watch over the asteroid's ship traffic for now. It's rich, bitch.
Launching probe.
Show me the EZO. There's EZO mining operations. There we go. There it is.
Launching probe.
I love the EZO. EZO. EZO is what I love. Hey, hey. Because it's so tasty. Yum, yum, EZO.
Probe away. Probe launched.
Any more? Seems like it's pretty much done. Okay. Well, let's get rid of everything else.
Launching probe.
And it's down to good. Right, there's still another 2 planets here in these asteroid belts, I guess. There's one. Kakabel. Not much. Oh, it's an EZO one.
Probe away. Launching probe. Probe away.
Ping, ping.
Launching probe.
Not particularly big spikes, but it is what it is. Take what you can get in these EZO-starved times.
Probe away.
That's a fucking huge spike. Alright, think we're good. One more. Can I spot it just by looking? There it is. There it is. Right here. Yeah. Farless. Trio of asteroids formed around Element 0 core. Oh wait, is the trio of asteroids the 3 planets we just scanned that all have EZO on them? I guess so.
Probe launched. Probe away. Probe away.
Got any more for me before I head on out?
Launching probe.
Little bit. I think we're gonna have to do a codex session. Oh!
Launching probe.
Do. Alright. There we go, there's 100%. Which means this whole system is 100%ed because it is a very... Even though this particular place is 0%, there is no planet to scan there, is there? Unless I missed one. I think the reason it's not 100% is just because I haven't looked at the help tally thing yet. I believe. Unless there's a secret planet hiding here somewhere, but I don't think so. Well, I'll read that next time as part of the intro to Tally's stuff. Just park up right here. And I suppose we got any new messages from that, did we? No. I believe that means it is codex time. It's been a little bit. Let's have the guy read out to us. How many are there? Not many, in fact. One secondary and only a couple of primary. Okay. Sovereign.
The flagship of the
Wait, this is
rogue
new?
X-Spectre, Saren Arterius. Sovereign is a devastating dreadnought of unprecedented power. At 2 kilometers long, Sovereign was believed to have been powered by a gigantic Element Zero core, the only energy source potent enough to land the massive vessel on a planet. During the Eden Prime War, the ship unleashed its peerless destructive force against which Citadel Council ships were defenseless. With a virtually indestructible flagship and a crew of fanatic Geth and Krogan, Saren nearly succeeded in wiping out all his enemies. Only the resourcefulness and bravery of the commander and crew of the SSV Normandy stopped him. The overwhelming power of Sovereign ignited bizarre speculation in tabloid media that the vessel was sent by extragalactic invaders, or was, despite indeterminate photographic evidence at best, a single giant robot. Some sources even claimed that Sovereign was alive. Such conjecture, however baseless, remains to this day.
I guess this proves that the codex is not just like a, you know, it's an in-world thing. It's not just a given to the player to help them keep track of the lore thing. It's an actual in-world thing written by the council, I guess, or people told to do it by the council. Because, like, obviously, we know that's wrong. So this lore, like, if you just took it at face value, you'd be incorrect. Like, so, yeah, interesting. It's an in-world thing. Pragia.
Choked by the hypergrowth of non-native plant species, Pragia serves as a galactic reminder about the imperative for careful regulation during colonization. 2 centuries ago, Batarian agribusiness chose uninhabited Pragia as their empire's breadbasket. Colonization authorities introduced non-native, industrially mutated plants that flourished in the world's fertile volcanic soil. Synergizing with Pragia's natural geothermal conditions and chemotropic microbes, the imported species soon became a nightmare. Mutant strains of poisonous and even carnivorous plants arose, overgrowing colonies in days instead of years, and causing the Batarians to abandon their holdings. Because the planet's small animal population is insufficient to check its plant growth, Alliance ecologists predict soil exhaustion in 400 years. Due to its relative isolation and lack of population, Pragia has become a regional haven for drug runners, weapons smugglers, pirates, mercenaries, terrorists, and intelligence agents seeking secrecy.
And Tuchanka.
The Krogan homeworld boasts extreme temperatures, virulent diseases, and vicious predatory fauna. Around 1900 BCE, the Krogan discovered atomic power, promptly instigated many intraplanetary wars, sending Tuchanka into a nuclear winter.
I wonder how
their industrial base
they managed to discover atomic power.
Age, and warring tribal bands dominated. Populations remained low for the next 2,000 years. First contact with the Solarians made resurgence possible. Krogan brought to less hostile planets bred exponentially and returned to reconquer their home. They built vast underground shelters to shield themselves from surface radiation, which proved prescient during the Krogan rebellions, when many of them isolated themselves in a vain attempt to avoid the genophage. Convinced they could outbreed the genophage, they transmitted it into more than 90% of the sealed bunkers.
Fuck
Today,
me.
Tuchanka's population is sharply limited, and while individual Krogan are long-lived, the genophage ensures few replacements.
That's so sad, man. They're just trying to outbreed it. They're not the smartest. And they, instead, like, by attempting to avoid it or outdo it, they instead succeeded in fucking more people over. Oh, you hate to hear it.
Still in its experimental stages, the M622 Avalanche generates a Bose-Einstein condensate within a mass effect bubble, which dissipates on impact, violently spraying the condensate outward and coating the target in a near absolute zero superfluid. The Avalanche is unreliable, at times merely coating its target with ice, defacing exposed skin and freezing armor joints. Such low temperatures cause great damage to electronics like kinetic barrier emitters, which sometimes leads to total systems failure. At the other extreme, the Avalanche freezes flesh and bone, causing massive trauma as blood vessels constrict and frozen blood expands. Occasionally, such ice tissue shatters.
Yeesh.
The M920 Kane is a portable particle accelerator surrounding an array of dust-form element zero chambers. This weapon prototype subjects its EZO to extreme positive and negative currents to project mass effect fields. By increasing and decreasing mass, the fields shear the target's mass the way disruptor torpedoes do. The shearing fields collide ambient materials at such high speeds they create mushroom clouds, an effect otherwise impossible on the small scale. The weapon induces neither fission nor fusion in non-nuclear targets, and its own nuclear reactions are shielded by lead alloys. The M920 Kane uses graphite rods as neutron moderators, which require frequent replacement to sustain power. Fortunately, most heavy weapon ammunition can be refabricated via Omni-Tool into graphite rods. Based on existing technology, the ML-77 is a rapid-fire missile launcher using seeking projectiles. Each projectile features a friend or foe recognition system, ensuring it will find a hostile target even if the user's aim is not completely accurate.
Well, that's good, I guess, but try and be accurate anyway.
Entrenched enemies in dense urban environments. This makes it popular with mercenary groups, particularly the Blue Suns mercenary band. Missile launchers have been appearing with increasing
It didn't say mercenary band in
system,
the text.
but their point of manufacture is unknown. Legal duplication of missile launchers is difficult due to fabrication rights management, FRM, technology.
Nice, nice. And for the secondary, just the one lot, council races. Justicars. Despite the refinement and sophistication of Asari culture, criminality remains a fact of life. The Asari solution to the most vicious and destructive criminal element is the Justicar Order. Justicars are an Asari class of virtually untouchable extrajudicial executioners operating almost exclusively within Asari territory. In the last decade alone, Justicars have smashed dozens of criminal rings inside Asari territory, operated by Asari and non-Asari alike. Their methods range from subtle where possible to brutal where necessary. Trained for extreme strength, biotic capacity, resourcefulness, asceticism? Not sure what that means, and ruthlessness, the fanatical Justicars are romanticized and feared throughout Asari society. Although Justicars generally work alone, their effectiveness arises from the huge body of knowledge they can access. Any Asari who enters the ranks of Justicars has already spent centuries in a combination of criminal investigation, military intelligence, and combat experience. The collective body of Justicar knowledge exceeds even that of the Spectres. I feel like the Spectres don't really know that much. Like, obviously, like, the reason we were made a Spectre is not because of our huge knowledge base and everything. Like, Shepard hasn't spent centuries in criminal investigation and military intelligence and everything. He's just got the combat experience bit, really. So it doesn't surprise me at all that a group of people that have got all of that military intelligence and everything have knowledge beyond the Spectres that that's not a requirement for. Justicars tend to be independent, requiring little help but also scorning it, since such advanced skill and experience usually travels with a powerful ego. The conflicts presented by such arrogance prompted the Justicar Order to develop the Oaths of Subsumation. The Oaths pledge protection of the innocent, the punishment of the guilty, and defense of common law and the norms of Asari society. The effect of the Oath is is conservative, ensuring that Justicars respect the existing distribution of Asari power, rather than staging a coup to rearrange society according to Justicar satisfaction. Nevertheless, the possibility of such an attack is a source of anxiety and counterintelligence among the Asari elite. Of all the pledges, the third Oath of Subsumation is sworn the least of any of the oaths. Oh wait, they don't have to swear the oath? Huh. Requiring a Justicar to swear loyalty that overrides the dictates of even the Justicar code. Oh, right, this is yeah, I get it, never mind. This is the thing she swore to me. The third oath is usually invoked in matters where even the black or white thinking of Justicars is forced to concede the existence of grey. Right, she swore this to me, right? Samara did? She was going to follow me over following what the code says, I think. I'm pretty sure that was a thing. Is that it, or is there anything else lower down? Nope, that is it. Alrighty. Well, you know what comes next. Tali, treason. That is coming up next time. Hope you've enjoyed. If you have, if you could leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Share the videos around, share the playlist around if you can. I would really appreciate that. And I'll see you next time for more Mass Effect 2. Thanks for watching. See you then.